You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. These are your game recaps and scoring updates from Saturday, April the 4th, 2020. White Sox, Red Sox played a very, very offensive game that extended 13 innings. White Sox scored 13 runs on 23 hits, committed 3 errors, and still won the game. The Red Sox, 10 runs on 17 hits, and committed 1 error. Evan Marshall, the win out of the bullpen for the White Sox. AL East matchup, the Blue Jays and the Yankees played each other at Yankee Stadium. Yankees outscored the Blue Jays 12-9. Blue Jays scored 9 runs on 16 hits. The Yankees 12 runs on 19 hits. Another game filled with offense. Adam Ottavino, the win out of the bullpen, and Tommy Kahnle gets his first save, not in a closer's role, but gets a save. Indians-Tigers AL Central matchup. This game went 12 innings, and the Indians got 2 runs despite getting 15 hits in this game. Tigers can only score 1 run on 3 hits, committed an error in the game as well. Oliver Perez, his first win of the season. That's out of the bullpen. Gregory Soto gets the loss with the Tigers, and Brad Hand on a hot streak now with 6 saves on the year. Mariners-Royals, American League game. The Mariners beat the Royals 5-3, 2 teams that are toward the bottom of their divisions, but the Mariners pulled out a win and broke a losing streak that they had going up until this game. Athletics and Twins. The Twins win this game 10-7, and that's another game won in this series, despite losing the first series against the Athletics this year, the opening week series. The Twins now have won 2 games against the Athletics in this new series. AL West matchup. Angels and Astros played each other, and just like the Twins with the Athletics, the Angels, after losing the series on opening week to the Astros, are now up 2 games in the series after this 2-1 win. Taylor Cole got the win, Abreu with the loss, and Hansel Robles now has 2 saves with the Angels on the year. Rays-Rangers, 6-5 final score, close game. The Rays were making a comeback in the 9th inning, but could not score that 4th run to tie the game at 6. The Rays continue to fall in the AL East, while the Rangers remain at the top of the AL West. Over to the National League, one of our games of the day here on Major League Baseball's virtual network. The Atlanta Braves beat the Miami Marlins 7-2. These two now toward the top of the NL East. You'll see when we go through the standings. The Braves got 6 runs in the 2nd inning, some in part to a 3-run home run hit by Freddie Freeman. Isan Diaz of the Marlins drove in the only 2 runs for the Marlins on a 2-run home run in the 7th inning. More NL East baseball. The Washington Nationals beat the New York Mets 3-2. This was a bullpen game that all his decisions there are from bullpen arms. Sean Doolittle got the save. That's his 4th of the season. Just some ones scattered across the score line, and the Nationals were able to get 1 extra one up there in that 8th inning, winning 3-2 despite only getting 6 hits compared to the Mets' 7. NL Central Brewers faced the NL East Phillies, and the Phillies won Game 2 of this series 5-3. Vince Velasquez got the win as the starter. Brett Anderson with the loss. Hector Neris now has 4 saves on the season. Diamondbacks Cubs. The Diamondbacks continue their losing ways, losing to the Cubs 3-1. Luke Weaver now with 2 losses on the year, and Craig Kimbrell has 4 saves. The Pittsburgh Pirates and the Cincinnati Reds went scoreless into the 10th inning until the Pirates walked it off. Pedro Strop gets his first loss as a Red coming out of the bullpen. Our other game of the day here on MLB's virtual network. In an early game, St. Louis Cardinals beat the Baltimore Orioles 4-2. Another game decided by bullpen arms, but the Cardinals got 3 runs in that bottom of the 5th inning. Genesis Cabrera got the win out of the bullpen. Hunter Harvey hit with the loss, and Giovanni Gallegos now has 4 saves on the year. NL West game between the San Diego Padres and the Colorado Rockies. This game also needed extras to be decided. Padres got a run in the 3rd. The Rockies got a run in the 5th. They went tied at 1 into extras. Padres tacked on 2 in the 10th, and the Rockies could not respond. The Rockies still at the bottom of the National League West after this loss and have mounted a large losing streak. And another NL Western game. Los Angeles Dodgers beat the San Francisco Giants 10-5. Jimmy Nelson now with 3 wins as a part of the Dodgers, and Tony Watson, who gave up 7 runs and a save opportunity in the 9th inning, gets hit with his first loss of the year, and he was named closer of the Giants to begin this season. Checking out standings now. Starting in the American League East. The New York Yankees still at the top of the East with a 6-2 record and are starting to pull away. Toronto Blue Jays lost to the Yankees today and are now 5-4, second place in the East with 1.5 games back for the division lead. Baltimore Orioles losing to the Cardinals today are now 2 games back of the AL East with a 4-4 record. Tampa Bay Rays 2-6, 4 games back, and the Red Sox on a 2-game losing streak, 2-7, 4.5 games back of the division lead. Yankees the only team with a winning streak right now at 5 games. American League Central looks like this. The Cleveland Indians have now broken off from the Chicago White Sox for the definitive leader in the Central on a 3-game winning streak. White Sox a half game back, not too far behind, also on their own 3-game winning streak. The Minnesota Twins, after beating the Athletics today, are now on a 4-game winning streak with a 5-4 record, 2 games out of the division lead. The Twins are the reigning AL Central champions. Kansas City Royals 3-4, 3 games back of the division lead, and the Tigers have now lost 6 straight and are 5.5 games back of the American League Central lead with a 1-7 record. To the AL West, closer matchups here, but the Rangers, the definitive leader in the West with a 6-3 record. The Astros, not too far behind, 1 game back of the West, 5-4 record. Angels and Athletics tied now 4-5. The Angels on the up, 3-game winning streak to get to 4-5. The Athletics, however, have lost their last 4 to get to 4-5, and the Mariners still stuck at the bottom, although on a 1-game streak now after winning today, now 3-6 on the season. Wildcard standings beginning to form, still not too important yet, but here they are. To the National League, starting in the National League East, the Philadelphia Phillies have broken apart now as the leader in the National League East after beating the Milwaukee Brewers today. The Nationals on a 3-game winning streak, now in a definitive second-place spot with a 5-3 record, a half game back of the lead. The Marlins and Braves are tied now 5-4, tied for 3rd place after the Braves beat the Marlins today. And the Mets, after losing to the Nationals today, have lost 4 straight now and are stuck in last place with a 2-6 record, 3.5 games back of the division lead. To the NL Central, still close standings here. Cardinals and Cubs are now the 2 teams tied with 5-3 records to lead the Central. The Pirates and the Brewers tied with 4-4 records, a game back. The Brewers lost to the Phillies today, and the Pirates beat the Reds. And the Reds, who lost to the Pirates, now 3-5 and 2 games back of the division. And to the National League West, the San Diego Padres on a 3-game winning streak lead the West with a 7-2 record. The Giants losing to the Dodgers today, now 5-3, and the Dodgers have now tied the Giants record after beating them today, both in second place. The Diamondbacks 3-game losing streak, 2-7. And the Rockies in last place on a 5-game losing streak with a 1-8 record in 2020. Wildcard standings still not super important yet. Nothing definitive, but here they are for you just to have a visual. This has been your game recaps and standing updates from Saturday, April the 4th, 2020. I'm Nicholas Callis. You've been watching Major League Baseball's Virtual Network.